Okay guys, good morning. It's Brenda Hillard here at createwithbrenda.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I have a fun masculine card to share with you. Look at this. It looks like there was a party in my stamping studio and I wasn't invited and they left all the bottles and the glasses. Just kidding. This card is super fun, and I think we're all in kind of the same boat when we're looking for those masculine cards, and that's what I have coming for us today. A couple of things I want to point out. It's a new month, and a new month means a new host code. So I've got that posted right up here for us. Whoops, get my finger out of there. And this month, when your product purchase totals $50, I am going to send you absolutely free a package of the basic white note cards and envelopes. This is a 20 count pack, and they're really, really nice. They're the thick cardstock, and just for shopping with me, you'll receive this as your host code gift for the month of April. So start shopping because this month is really fun. The other thing I want to share with you is that the new catalog is available for demonstrators to pre-order in the month of April. So if you're really anxious about the pre-order and you want to participate, all you have to do is join my team. The cost is $99. You get to choose $125 in free product, and that includes the pre-order items from the new catalog. You can add those to your starter kit. So if you are interested in joining, please contact me, or you can get the join form at createwithbrenda.com. Let's get started with our project. Okay, today I'm going to be using the stamp set Whiskey Business. I love this stamp set for many reasons. I think it's a great set for, of course, masculine cards, but I am a fan of old-fashioned drinks and old fashions. And so this is really a fun set for me to use. All right, let's get started. What you're going to need is a medium basic white envelope, a basic white card base that measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's just our standard US size A2 card. I chose to use the designer series paper from, and you guys, I'm excited about this because it's going to stay with us for a little bit, is the, the World of Good specialty designer series paper. This is a really big pack of paper. It is 24 sheets, 12 by 12, of all of these different designs. So check that out. And here's the other thing. The cost of the 24 sheets is $21. So it's less than $1 per sheet, which if you look at other stores that sell designer series papers, that is a great price. So, and everybody knows the quality of Stampin' Up's papers. They're pretty incredible. All right, so you're going to need, I used the wood planks and I cut it at 4 1/4 by 5 inches. This is kind of sad news to me, but I think I'm over it now. The stitched shapes are going away. Sad. It's kind of my go-to for all of my cards. But here's the set. So, you know, you get the stitched circles, the stitched ovals, the stitched squares, and then this little rectangle. Like I said, these are retiring, so they are on the last chance list. If it's something you've been thinking about getting, now's the time to get it. So for this card, I used the largest stitched square, and I used basic gray cardstock. Then I have another piece of basic gray that measures 1 3/4 by 4 1/2. And then I chose another pattern from the World of Good Specialty Designer Series paper. It's kind of like this, I don't know what you call it. I call it like a chevron or a herringbone. Herringbone maybe is better. Tile pattern, and it measures 1 1/2 by 4 1/2. All right. You're also going to need some scraps of basic white to stamp your the brandy or the whiskey decanter and the glass. And I've already done that on these, and mainly because I want to show you how. I had to zoom in there so you'll be able to see this. I want to show you how I got this true lovely color of, I like brandy old fashioned, but I know they're usually made with whiskey or bourbon. So is what I've used to do that is I've got the light daffodil Stampin Blend. I have the light pool party Stampin Blend. Here's another sad news. The Mango Melody combo pack of Stampin Blends is retiring. So if you need a replacement, get it now. And then I have the light cinnamon cider and Wink of Stella. Okay, so when I stamped these, I stamped them using the Tuxedo Black Memento ink, okay? And you let it dry really good. And then I took the, I started coloring this one. It was like, wait, I have to do my video. So is what I have on here so far is just light Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to do that same thing to my, I want the fat end. There's like a paintbrush end and a bullet end. And I'm just going to color very quickly the liquid in the glass. I did not go above or on that ice cube. And again, that's with the light Daffodil Delight. You guys, I think these Stampin' Blends are so fun because if you know me, I am not like the color artist where I can make all these wonderful things happen. But with Stampin' Blends, it makes it feel like I can. And I'll show you how. Right now I'm going to take the bullet end on the light cinnamon cider, and I'm just going to color just a little bit around the edge like that. One little swipe through the middle and then right along the edge. And then I'm going to bring in again the, this is the dark Mango Melody. And I'm going to start up here at the liquid line. And I'm just going to color by going all around the outside. And not so much in the middle. I'm just trying to keep that kind of a light color. So you see how that just brought that in really nice. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And again, just the liquid that's in this decanter, not the top of the bottle. Going around the outside and staying away from the middle so that we get that light color that remains in the middle. But yet it blends out the cinnamon cider. Man, that's hard to say. So there's that. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the glass here. I'm going to add, whoops, I didn't want that. Big fat tip, paintbrush tip. All right, so this might be a little heavy on the cinnamon cider, but that's okay because you can blend them out. That's the beauty of these alcohol markers. And the one thing too that I did not say in the beginning is when you do this, you want to make sure that you have something down underneath your what you're coloring on, because the alcohol bleeds through the paper, and it's supposed to do that. You want it to do that. So see how it's starting to come through? And I did use the thick whisper, or the thick basic white, which makes a difference too as far as the amount of bleed that comes through. So now I'm going to take that light pool party, and this ice cube that's sticking up, I'm just going to give that some shades here with the, and then the shading on the glass. I'm going to do the whole rim and this little bit of shading on the side. And then right down here, I'm going to give the whole bottom of the glass a little bit of color. And can you see how that just makes that glass so real looking? Now I'm going to do that same thing here on the decanter. I'm going to color every little bit on here that's already shaded with the stamp. It just helps us know where the shading lines are. And you can see how quick I'm doing this. It really doesn't take long. A lot of times when you look at that, it's like, oh, that's a lot of fussing. I don't have that kind of time, or I don't like spending that amount of time on a card. But this card is super fun, and there's lots of details to it, as you can see. Okay, so there's my decanter. So before I add the Wink of Stella, because that takes a little bit to dry, I just want to show you, yes, there are no dies for this, but they cut out so quickly. And remember when you are fussy cutting how you want to move the paper and not your scissors, and you get these really, really nice cut lines. And I'm not going to the line, I'm just leaving a little bit of a outline around the stamped line. So I'm going to go down, and I want to stay fairly close. And then because the bottle is kind of squared at the bottom like that, or the decanter, I don't have to be particularly fussy about rounding that corner either. So that's how quickly you can cut that out. And then I want one glass also, and the glasses are really fast. So there's our glass. All right, so now that I have those out, or cut out and ready, except for the Wink of Stella, and we'll add that in just a little bit, I'm going to bring in my card base that I scored at 4 1/4, and I'm just going to give that a good crease with my bone folder. Ooh, you guys, I don't know how I got my ceiling all of a sudden. Give me a minute. There it is. I was trying to do things up above my head and switched it around. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to bring in my piece of Designer Series paper, and with the Stampin' Seal, I'm just going to center this on my card front. All right, and then having a little camera trouble there, as you can tell. Hopefully I didn't make you too seasick by moving that around. All right, let's take these off, and I'm going to add Stampin' Seal to the back of that herringbone tile piece I told you about earlier. And that measured 1 1/2 by 4 1/4, and then the basic gray was 1 3/4 by 4 1/2, just a 1/4 inch bigger so that we get that nice little mat around there. And then before I add that to the card, I want to stamp on this. And if you notice our sample, I have it going vertically here. So I'm going to bring in my Memento Tuxedo Black. And I want my stamp that says Your Top Shelf. Isn't that a fun saying? I'm just going to stamp that right here on the edge. I'm going to hold it a little bit so I get a really, really good image, okay? There we go. And then I'm going to add my seal and put that right along the edge here. And then I had pre-die cut, as I told you, the stitched framelits that are going away. I used the largest square and I used basic gray cardstock. Now I'm going to bring in our whiskey decanter, and I'm just going to add seal to the decanter. Now I want this to tip a little bit. It just gives a little bit more visual interest to our card. And then our glass, I want to use some dimensionals. So I'm going to add a couple, and you can see I'm using pieces from the frame. I always got to use every last bit of those because I love dimensionals. And I'm going to tip that glass in towards the decanter just a little bit. Again, giving it some visual interest. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. All right. Then we have these pretty metallic pearls. And I thought they looked like the perfect little splash coming out of our old fashioned. Just like that. And then we'll put dimensionals on the back of this. Okay. Our paper backing's off. And we're going to add that to the front of our card right there. Now, to pull in these silver metallic pearls. And I loved these pearls. I didn't think, you think about, oh, well, it's a masculine card. Why are you putting pearls on it? But I think they're like the perfect accent to this. And now that we have everything on and our card will have time to dry, I'm going to bring in the Wink of Stella. What this is. It's a liquid glitter pen. And it just makes the best sparkle on everything, whether it's old fashions or flowers. All right. Now, this never shows up well. The sparkle doesn't on camera. But there's the outside of our card, and how quick and easy that was, right? So now let me show you what I've done for the inside, or my idea for the inside. Using the gray granite, because we had, our basic grays, I'm going to use the gray granite ink pad. And in the set, there's this piece right here, and it looks like a wood plank, or if you turn it sideways, it looks like a shelf. You can use it for a lot of things. It's really kind of cool. I'm going to stamp it, or ink it up. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp onto my card so that I get this plank looking piece, okay? Then I'm going to bring in our sentiment, which is the sending you an old-fashioned card. So I'm just going to put that on our block and bringing in our tuxedo black again. I'm going to ink that up. And then I'm just going to center that right in the plank. So you get that look. I love it. Love it, love it. Oops, I had a little bit of ink on me. So I got this handy dandy sand eraser. That gets rid of those oopsies. All right, so there's that. And then you know the rule here at Create with Brenda. There are no naked envelopes. So I inked up the glass with the tuxedo black. And then we're just going to kind of repeat what we did on, or for the card front, only this time we do not have to cut it out. Fussy cut, we just simply color. So here comes that dark, whoops, I want the bullet tip. Here comes that dark mango Stampin Blend. Remember how I just went around the edges there, leaving the center of it just the daffodil? I can't believe how real that makes the liquid in the glass look. I'm going to do the lip or the rim of the glass again. I'm going to give that ice cube a little color. And then just the shading that the stamp provided. And then right here at the bottom of the glass. And it comes through, but it's not bad. And it really does dress it up. So there's today's project. Remember, we've got the retirement list out there. And anything that you purchase off the retirement list, you can apply the host code to. So, you know, the host code right up here at checkout. I'd love to earn your business, and I provide exceptional customer service, so I hope you'll shop with me. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.